Hello, it's Guy Gemmer with your 2021 5-year fourplex market update. And like the rest of the videos that I've been making, it's no surprise that the fourplex market in Albuquerque has really grown. It's really strengthened, and we've seen values increase. And I'm going to start this video by looking at all of the Albuquerque metro area when it comes to property values, days on market, price per square foot, all of that stuff. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to break it down to a smaller section of the city. I'm going to be looking at the area south of I-40 and east of San Mateo, because that's where we have the largest density of multifamily properties, specifically fourplexes in Albuquerque. So let's get into it. I want to first start by saying that in 2021, so far this year, in the past 2 months and 3 days, it's March 3rd today, in the past 2 months and 3 days, we've seen 15 properties, fourplex properties sell in all of Albuquerque. Of those 15 properties, I sold one yesterday, so my stats are off by one because I actually closed one after the close of business, so I have an insight to what the market has actually done. So there's 15 properties that have sold as of today, and 10 of those are in the area south of I-40 and east of San Mateo. So that is a very dense area for fourplexes, which is why I'm going to go into that area specifically and what's happening in that market, because it's likely that if you're watching this video, whether it's 2021 or 2028, if you're looking at multifamily property in Albuquerque as an initial investor or to grow your investment portfolio, you're going to be looking in this section because that's where the properties are. So now, looking at the whole of Albuquerque, we're looking at Albuquerque proper, we're looking at Rio Rancho in the metro area, and we're looking at fourplexes specifically since 2016. So in 2016, the median sale price of fourplexes was $174,000. In 2021, as of today, the median sale price is $257,500. We've seen a 48% increase in property value in fourplexes in the Albuquerque metro area. That's a big deal. That's a lot. We've literally seen it go from $174,000 to $257,500. Now, we've seen a lot of reinvestment into those communities. So we've seen low income, rundown fourplexes that have needed some love for a while get the facelift that they've really needed. And so we're grateful for that. As a result of that, we've seen an increase in rents and we've seen an increase in property value because of that too. So back to the data. Something else to look at. In 2018, the average or the median sale price was $180,000. I skip over 2017 because we had a lull where we had an adjustment of 2% in the property values. And so moving to 2018, we have an average sale price or median sale price of $180,000, which ends up being a 6% increase from the year prior. From there, moving into 2019, we actually see the property value increase by 18.9%. There was a lot of stuff happening in both the stock market and the real estate market that we saw a spike and a strong increase. And so we saw an 18.9% increase to a median sale price of $214,000. In 2020, we saw that price rise again to $220,000, which is just a 2.8% increase from the year before. And like I mentioned, we saw it rise this first quarter to $257,500, which was a 17% increase over 2020. So pretty impressive numbers. Again, the total from 2016 to 2021 has been a 48% increase in fourplex values. Super grateful to see that happening in this market because we've needed it to happen for a while. Sales prices for properties in the southeast, now that we're jumping into that, we're going to move to that now. has actually gone up from $148,000 in 2016 to $250,000. Literally $100,000 increase in property value. That's 68.63% increase in sale prices on fourplexes alone. We've needed that to happen. We've needed to see that happen because as a result of the money going into that marketplace, we've actually seen rents come up to where they should be. Property value has increased and property condition has increased accordingly the way it ought to have been, and it's been great for the economy here. Now, I say all of that because whether you're buying or you're selling, it's a great market. And I know it's like, hey, realtor, we know it's always a good time to buy. The reality is that we know we're in a seller's market, right? Because values are up. We've finally recovered from the recession. Albuquerque's always a little bit behind. That's just the way we are. The land of mañana. Mañana our recession will rebound. Mañana. But the reality is that we finally have. So as a seller, you're in a good position to sell. But as a buyer, you're in a great position to buy because interest rates are low. So not only are your interest rates low, it's easy to qualify for these multifamily properties. Rents have come up because there's a low supply, the demand is high, and property around it has come up to increase rents across the board. So whether you're selling, whether you're buying, it's really a good time either way. It really is a win-win. I mention that because in the past 5 years, so since 2016, 370 fourplexes have sold in the Albuquerque metro area. That's not really all that many when you look at it. The reality is that I have either managed, me and my team have either managed or analyzed or sold or represented a buyer on thousands of those, some of them multiple times over the past 18 years. And so we have a finger on the pulse when it comes to these types of investment properties. That's how we started, was in this market. I actually bought my very first property that I ever bought that I got a mortgage on was 12 units in the southeast section of Albuquerque. Then I traded that around for another property and ended up with a 25 unit in that area. I sold that and did a 1031 exchange, and the rest is history. But I mention all of that because this is the best place to start, and it's the best place to move up from. So if you're looking to sell, it's a great time. If you're looking to buy, it's a great time. Now back to the stats. So in 2020, the average sale price of fourplexes south of I-40 and east of San Mateo was $209,000. So between the end of 2020 and today, we've seen property value increase 19%. I think that's probably near the ceiling just because we're limited by what rents are and what cap rates can be as a result of that. The gross rent multiplier puts a cap on where we can go in terms of sale prices. So we kind of bottom out when we get to rent rate ceilings and we can't go much higher and still be competitive. And so I think we're around the top of that. I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't say for sure, but that would be my guess. I think we'll still continue to see it grow, but I don't think it's going to increase 19.6% like it has the first couple months of this year. It also increased 16.11% from 2019 to 2020. So it went from $180,000 as the average sale price to $209,000, and that was a 16% increase. From 18 to 19, it increased from 166 to 180, which was an 8.4% increase. And then the previous year to that, from 150 to 166, which was a 10.67% increase. And then from 16 to 17 was 148 to 50 to 150, which is a 1.18% increase. And I think we'll continue to see that happen. But I think it's important to note, again, that the market is strong, rents are strong, there's a low availability, and I think they'll continue to trend that direction. So it's a great time to buy. It's a great time to sell. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications anytime I go live or I make a new video. Comment below and share this content with anybody that you know that could benefit from this information. Thanks a bunch, guys, and we'll see you next time.